What the fuck?
It's the Fever Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fever Dream Podcast. I'm your host, Mike. I'm here with super deluxe, extra special, fucking invincible, fucking mega invisible, sentient, mega ultra lord super being Ben.
It's me.
The incorrigible T-Bay.
Hello.
And the fucking kid we got off the street that nobody fucking cares about.
What's your name again?
My name is Sam.
Okay.
Suck boy.
Suckboy 9000.
We have him on
That's
contract.
actually not my name.
Yeah.
We have him
shut
on
up.
contract. He has to do anything we want. So
Shut up.
too bad, bitch. Just
Bitch.
joking. I take that back, Sam. We love you, man.
God damn.
I
You
don't
want to hear something funny? Real quick, I have to make a shout out. Shout out Lost in OST. He makes guitar covers. And then also, I've been mentioning this podcast to like a few lady friends, and I had them listen to TJ, you, and Sam. The first episode we did, I think it's episode 9 of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I showed her the fucking podcast. This isn't a bit. No Schweppes. Really, no Schweppes. This
No
isn't a
Schweppes.
bit.
No Schweppes.
I showed her the fucking podcast. She said, "Would it be weird if I listened to your podcast?" I was like, "Here's a link. Go ahead, listen to this." Send him that one, and I think I sent TJ the screenshot, but she said that Sam guy's kind of weird, but you and TJ are super funny. She's like, you and TJ or JT. She like didn't know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But
no
she,
Schweppes.
She
This is
thought,
real high.
no
really happened.
Schweppes. She thought you were like kind of lame.
Yeah, that
And by
makes
kind of
sense.
lame,
Yeah.
I mean she said straight up, he fucking sucks, and I don't like listening to his annoying, stupid voice. And I hear it, it makes me want to throw up. But we're just relaying that. That's not us saying that. That's like this girl saying that. Like, so I'm sorry that you had to hear that.
But
Okay.
she said she's
I'd like to apologize to everyone that I've offended with my lame and,
The
and
blacks.
stupid voice. That's my bad.
The gays.
I go ahead and apologize to these groups.
Yeah.
The Jews.
Don't apologize to the
Sam,
Jews.
go ahead.
Just the blacks and the gays.
Go ahead and apologize to them. And
I already
and the
apologized
fucking-
to everyone. I said
and
I
the
apologize to all parties involved.
and the Malaysians.
No need to get into specifics, Michael.
And the Malaysians.
The Malaysians.
You haven't said sorry to any of these people. Go
You
ahead,
haven't said
Sam.
sorry to anyone.
Go ahead.
I just apologize to all parties involved of my lame and stupid voice.
Go ahead, say them specifically.
Yeah, that was a pretty pathetic apology. You need to list them out.
At least
No.
a few.
Sam, come on, buddy.
No.
The blacks. the
No!
gays.
The gays.
I won't do it.
There is no apology. Thanks for listening, guys.
Go
Go ahead and send your
so-
feedback to originalfeverdreampodcast@gmail.com. Thanks, guys.
Really great bit we've been doing on the podcast recently. It's just where Michael describes a meme that I find.
Okay.
So, yeah, Michael, could you just take a look at this meme that I found on the internet, and then could you describe it for me?
Oh God, dude. Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna run long. I'm gonna run long. Describe on this one.
Okay.
Nobody interrupt. But then I will listen long after this. I'll fucking talk long and then I'll listen long. Okay.
All right.
So it might take a minute.
All right.
So this meme, of course, it's just got like insert text on it. And it says 9/11 never, but it's NVR forget FGT.
FGT.
Makes you think of a different word. A group that we just apologized to.
Yep. We'll apologize again.
Okay, so that's the text on it, and don't focus on that. That really barely matters in the picture.
Yeah.
So the picture is of Ground Zero near the Twin Towers. Okay, and one of the towers is still up, funny enough. And there's a woman, she's leaning over with her ass up, kind of bent, arched downwards, like moaning with her head up. She's got blue hair. And one of her hands is on top of a building, and her right hand is breaking through one of the twin towers, causing it to collapse. It's kind of an anime-style drawing. So she's kind of bent over like she's about to, in like a sexual position, honestly. Like someone, if you ever slam a chick up against a wall, Ben? Or up against a door, like a dorm doors?
Not quite like
Up against
that.
like an alley.
Yeah,
like,
an alleyway,
like,
a
like the
dumpster.
wall of
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
fine. But
In a porta potty.
Yeah.
but not quite like this anime pose.
So this is kind of similar to it, but imagine it's even more kind of almost like they're going down into a 4-point stance.
It's like halfway in between.
And this
that.
woman's completely naked, just kind of all the fucking lady bits exposed. And there's another drawn anime lady behind her, kind of like coming, like sprawling into this fucking position she's in, with an airplane, like a airliner. And she's kind of grinning, blushing. She's got shorter red hair with a headband, very anime-esque style. And she is kind of getting the tip of this plane just kind of really easy into this other lady. This lady is leaning against the twin towers, causing one of them to fall. And the other lady has one of the planes that I guess historically this is the plane that took down the fucking twin towers. She's kind of blasting this chick with the tip of this plane. These women are giant. They're so fucking. They're as big as these buildings.
See, that's what when I originally
Yeah.
saw it, I thought that the women were the twin towers. I thought that's what it was.
They have fucking like jet fighters flying around them like it's like the old fucking 1960s King Kong film.
Yeah.
Jesus. Why don't
And
you...
one of the chicks is like moaning like, when that plane fucking hits her right in that fucking spot.
Right,
And
the
that chick's like,
tooch.
yeah, right there.
Good Lord. Why don't you...
9/11, never forget. Never forget.
Never forget. Never forget.
And I guess this is what really happened. But yeah, that's our anime reviews.
Why don't you
Bup,
scroll
bup,
around
bup.
on TJ's phone there and see what else you get?
Notre Dame, 1 hour before the fire, none sitting a bong. Screenshot of some text. Policy overview. A kid vomiting into a gutter. This is TJ stuck inside the same gutter. Like he's
good.
crawling out. TJ fucking naked. TJ in a gutter. TJ vomiting in a gutter. TJ naked. TJ in a gutter. TJ falling together. TJ naked.
So many of my nudes,
A
dude.
love letter.
Stop going through my nudes.
The thing of the salt thing of the girl in the yellow raincoat
That
with
one's
a
good.
with thing. It says "Don't be a salty bitch." It's a salt logo. Ramen, Oreo flavor, comic, Alien versus Predator. There's a lot more, but yeah, that's kind of what we got on there.
Oh, that one's actually good. You didn't get to the best one.
Oh, a guy in a Cookie Monster suit pointing like a Glock at like a family. Yeah.
Good. They took his
Switch
cookies.
Everyone disliked that.
Everyone disliked that. It's Fallout theme. Fallout 3. All right, man. Why don't you go ahead and do your monologue?
So, yeah, it's about time for your monologue.
Ben, go ahead and do your monologue about housewives that need a lot more attention physically.
Ooh.
It's kind of like an ad, I guess.
Okay. Well, there was one time when I was in my early 20s, and I was doing an odd job for this girl who was working for a suicide hotline. I was building an IKEA shelf for her,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
and she kept giving me a lot of wine. Like, I took a sip from this. First of all, I was working in her apartment, and she gave me a wine glass just filled to the top with wine, and every time I took a sip, she'd just fill it right back up.
Oh, dude,
Nice.
okay, I'm starting to remember this story.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
And, probably drinking a few glasses of wine. I'm feeling pretty good. This girl starts talking about her bed she starts talking about how her bed's expensive and how it feels like really good to lay in this bed and how it's such a nice bed.
My bed's so soft. You should fill 1,300 thread count on these
But
sheets.
the bed's not even in her apartment yet. She's just moved in, and she's
It's like in the hallway still.
she needs to move it out of like a truck or something stupid. So, you know, I build this IKEA shelf for like 45 minutes. She gives me like $150
That's
for 45 minutes of work. And, you know, rent's coming up, so I needed it, but I also needed some more money, and she was like, I need you to come back and do some other stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, well, shit, I need the money for rent. And, all right, fine, what else you got? I need you to build this bookshelf. So I come back a few days later. This time, she's got tequila. Skip the
Nice.
wine. She's
The
got
wine ain't working. Ben's too strong and hardy.
She figured that out the first time. She was gauging it, and she was like, okay, so we could handle the few glasses of wine. I better fucking step it up
We got to ramp
for
it up
this
for Ben.
for this
I'll
next
give it
one.
to
He's
this
a
woman.
thick boy.
She was probably about 36 or 37 or something like that.
Hell yeah.
And I'll give her an 8 out of 10, but I avoid conflicts when I can. But anyway,
He's not trying to dip, his pen and company ink per se.
yeah, I couldn't
Well,
have
as
said
a-
it.
as
I
a-
couldn't have said that
you know.
better myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that.
That's an old
that
saying.
was perfect.
That's an old saying, honestly.
It is.
It's
I
good.
did-
It's good.
I didn't coin that. I wish I did.
All right. Well, TJ coined that, so.
All right. You
Anyway,
heard it
she's
here.
got fucking tequila, and I'm building a bookshelf. She's got like all IKEA furniture, and it's all shitty, and it's all thin plywood fucking furniture. But I build it anyway, and I've probably had 5 shots of tequila. And at this point, she's asking me, "Where do you live? Where do you like to hang out? Who are your friends?"
I'm at the arcade 4 or 5 times out of the week. I love the arcade.
And
I
I'm-
like having a fucking ice cream float.
And I'm dodging these questions because I'm starting to put together what she's.
Dodging them like fucking.
And it took
Fast
me
ones.
like another
Dude,
45 minutes to build this.
She's channeling Keanu Reeves from The Matrix with these questions.
Yeah.
They're just flying over his body.
And it takes me 45 minutes to do all this, and she gives me another $150 for like 45 minutes of work. And I'm like, oh shit!
Easy money.
I've got rent and Chinese food,
Nice.
and
You got rent in
I'm
the
trying to
future.
leave out the door because she already like gave me the money,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to be kind of polite, but I'm also like, I want to fucking leave before this woman drugs me.
Yeah.
And she's like, come on, where do you live?
Tell me where you fucking live.
And she's like, she has my number because she's got to contact me so I can come work for her and shit. She's like, well, you're going to contact me, right? I'm not going to be the first one to text you or anything like that. I barely know this fucking 36-year-old woman. So I fucking leave, like, almost mid-sentence. And then 2 days later, she's like, I want you to meet me behind the Safeway. And then I just said, okay. But I never met her behind that Safeway. That's the last I heard from this chick.
That's really funny. Me and Chase, Ben first mentioned this to like me and Chase. And
You were trying to whore me out.
No,
You were
no.
trying to like pimp me out.
We had
What?
like a professional fucking business plan.
Professional my ass. You were trying to get fucking like paid by pimping me out.
So me and Chase were like, well, Ben gets offered a lot of these things. Ben's a fucking dime piece, honestly. Ben's a fucking solid dime. And we were like, Ben, you know what? You don't have to do any of the work. You don't have to look for these odd jobs. No more text messages, okay? Me and Chase will set up the job opportunities for you. And you just go meet these people up. And you go, I need some help with my furniture. This bed frame's really heavy. I need you help with this bed frame, It's really heavy. Can you help me tenderize my mattress? These kinds of things. And we go, we have an employee that can help you out. Along with a few other employees me and Chase have, like TJ. Honestly, back then, I don't think TJ does quite as much work. TJ used to fucking hustle, but
Yeah, Ben, you
Ben-
can really be making a lot of money on
Yeah.
this. Like, don't put this aside.
so there's different cuts of meat you can get, right? Like
I
different
thought
like
about
ribs and stuff. And as far as like a comparison to that, Ben is prime rib.
Ben's prime rib.
Jeez, I'm honored.
Ben is fucking top sirloin.
He is.
So, I mean, not to compare Ben to a piece of meat, but
you know, if
he would have
you
been
had to.
He would have gotten a lot of traction and attention in our business strategy. And we threw this his way, and he kind of sort of cried, and he had to call his parents. And he's like, I'm moving back to New York. I can't handle it out here, right? And he did work for us for like a few days. Probably took in maybe $15,000 to $60,000. But he couldn't. At the end of the day, he's like, I don't need this.
He couldn't hack it.
Yeah, but that's why fucking TJ worked us for a while, and maybe Sam in the future. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, the contract he signed was pretty extensive. Yeah. Even I don't know all the bullshit that we can make him do. Like, it's pretty great.
I didn't really read it myself. I just had I took a contract.
We have these top analysts. We have these real smart people setting up this stuff for us, and they're pretty much just like, they're like, we have, you guys do the podcast, but we're gonna set it up. We're gonna make it so that you can do what you want. Anything.
Honestly, we just copied like a contract from like 1885, like word for word, and we had Sam.
That was part of it. That was part. We've had
That's
these
brutal.
Like old style based on like before,
and then
they fixed the Constitution.
We had a judge. We had a judge actually notarize it. So he's like, I don't know who's gonna fucking sign this, but they've got to read it. And we're like,
we had several judges.
We'll have him read it.
Several judges.
It's like the kind of thing, when you're like signing an agreement, and it's like, oh, but in this state it's a little bit different. In this state, the agreement that you signed is like applicable in every state. So it doesn't matter where you run. We still got you. Like, we can still just have you brought back.
How do you feel about that, Sam?
Yo, are you guys gonna still give me the jewel pods that you promised?
Yeah, eventually you'll get the jewel pods. Don't worry about it.
I mean, we can't give you physical money, but like, if you want like a nice bag, if you want some nice shoes, we can kind of supply that, right? Anything you want, but we can't give you physical, like, monetary.
Yeah.
Anything.
You have no value. You have no monetary value here.
As per contract.
Yeah.
What did you think of that fucking like 2-3 weeks we kind of had you working for us, me and Chase? Ben, what do you think? I mean, that was a fun time, wasn't it?
What?
That was a fun time, wasn't
He's
it?
going back to the whoring. Talk about the whoring. He wants to hear about the whoring.
Quotations, you can see it on camera, like whoring,
Whoring.
Yeah, in quotations.
Man, I mean, one time you guys had me out on this job where I was supposed to just build a fence for an older gentleman.
Right.
Yeah.
Build a fence, yeah.
And I was building this fence for this older gentleman, and he was bald and about 70. He was very touchy.
Yeah.
He always slid a hand.
Yeah.
One time,
as old men are.
One time he complimented my thighs in a particular manner. One time he had a hand on my lower back.
Oh,
whatever.
Seems normal.
Collateral damage.
Like, where you get to the juice.
Well, it seemed like the days that he touched me, I got paid more, and the days that he didn't touch me, I didn't get paid as much.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
See, that just makes sense to me,
I'll tell you where he lives.
Tomato.
Well, I guess I can't name addresses, can I?
It's been years. He's probably moving.
Shout out touchy old men,
Yeah. Get at Ben.
Get
at Ben.
About 5'7".
Yeah.
First name George. I'm not gonna give the address.
Yeah.
Old Georgie. He'll slap your
hog.
ass and pay you for it.
The heavy hog.
Heavy hog Georgie.
The heavy, put your arm around my shoulder and reach your hand down a little further kind of old man.
Oh.
Shout out George.
Shout out Georgie.
Go on.
Fuck that old man.
How did it feel to be fingered by an old man? I just want to know.
Damn, I've never had it that bad.
I mean, he had his finger, his like pinky finger in your urethra, didn't he?
Like a little bit, like just a little bit.
Just like the tip of it, just like up to the fingernail, up to the fingernail.
The most Jesus fuck.
right? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
The most uncomfortable it was when he had his hand on my lower back because it was right kind of by the end of my tailbone.
See,
Yeah.
I've worked at places where you just get your ass slapped no matter where you're at, where you just you're walking.
TJ gets his fucking cocked like all the way, like a whole fucking hand's grip straight around his shaft. At
Yep.
most places,
God
like
At
damn.
most places that I'm at.
large corporate. We're not talking like odd job, mom and pop type
Yeah.
thing. Like this is like
Like,
know
it's like-
Nintendo, all these places.
It's like a hey, how are you doing? And they just like reach their hand straight into your pants and grab your
Quick
dick and
wrap
balls,
around.
and they're like, "Whoop!" And that's like a handshake to them.
So I mean, this is honestly, this is like Ben's got an easy day.
You're kind of complaining about nothing, is what I'm. You know,
From what
I'm
TJ's
coming
been through.
You know, just deal with it. And you're getting paid more. I got paid less.
Yeah, TJ doesn't take a high dollar. Honestly, that's just the way the fucking
really
market
don't.
works. It's a
I'm
market
just-
value type
yep.
thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well,
TJ ain't prime rib.
I'm not prime rib. I can never be prime rib. Ben was born prime rib. He was born into the grade A.
I don't know.
The
TJ
great
is
ass.
definitely prime rib to the certain consumer.
I mean, if you see Ben,
Well,
if you have
some
Sam,
people like fast food.
if you have Sam, Brian, TJ, Ben, Sage in like a lineup, right? And it's
Sage is like
choose who you-
generic brand. He's like
imagine just
Dude, no one wants to touch Sage.
no one wants it.
No, let's
So
not even.
Sage is like
fucking-
budget. Sage is like
Sage
low
is
budget.
below budget.
Sage is below budget.
You'd have to pay me to touch Sage.
Guys, here's the thing about Sage. Sage can fucking suck my... Yeah, and like it's like fucking you have them all lined up, you know. And
One by one by one
If
by
you
one.
had fucking, you know, let's say 1,200 people choose from this lineup, about fucking 1,150 times they choose Ben. It's kind of a staggering fucking percentage.
I don't know.
It's
I feel
all
like-
based on the numbers. It's all real numbers.
And just by coincidence, we have a picture of like Ben's kind of like got a bulge in the shorts. We got fucking real skimpy shorts that everybody's wearing in this picture, but like they see Ben and they're like, "Who is this guy?" Whoa.
what a
and they pick-
well-endowed man.
And they pick Ben, and I go like, "Sorry, he's off the market,
He's actually off the market.
retired after 2 weeks."
But we
I can't
keep your
believe-
pictures in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
it's
keep
like a
your
marketing.
pictures in.
It's just marketing.
It really is.
bulge in
It's
the
so
shorts,
that
huh?
people think that we have the prime rib.
You wanna
Yeah.
you wanna know the real dick length?
9 3/4.
That's right.
All right, Ben, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah,
I think Chase is more of a man whore than I am.
Chase
Yeah,
is more
but,
of a
like-
man whore than anyone.
like really, like you've really been through the ringer, but like Chase is like Chase can like take a beating.
yeah.
Honestly, I avoid situations like that, like the played. I think Chase is like dives into those kind of things.
Yeah? You think he wants to be beaten?
Yeah, actually, I do. I think there's a secret side of Chase that has sexual ambition of him wanting like some intense
Yeah.
sexual kind of thing.
I mean,
So
Chase,
if you
Chase
want
goes-
to beat Chase in a sexual way, then just hit us up, just let us know.
Original Fever Dream Podcast at Gmail if you need some kind of service from Chase or, maybe we have a couple other guys in the market, but I'll send you a fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah.
But Chase is more management at this point, but he's definitely, and a fucking bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good price.
Chase will take a lesser price because he's got expenses that he needs to pay for with these fancy dinners and all the fancy clothes he owns.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What do you think, Sam? What do you think of all this?
I think that TJ has the lowest price out of all these fine gentlemen that you've
TJ's
been
handsome. No,
mentioning.
No. TJ's
I think he's the
handsome.
monetary value of the meat that they put on
I think you
McDonald's
should shut the fuck
cheeseburgers.
up.
I think TJ's a specific market.
Yeah. When
And
we
in
were-
that specific market,
Some people like
he's high
fast
dollar.
food.
Some people like fast food. I don't think it's quite
See, but
fast
you're saying
food.
the lowest out of everyone who's been on this podcast, but you forget that Sage has been on this podcast.
and me and Brian.
I think TJ is in a position where he actually doesn't have to physically whore himself out. He could be on camera whoring himself out and not actually have to
I mean, that's what I do.
Physically
Is
do it in person.
I cover our social media presence, and I kind of do the internet whoring. Like
Yeah.
I do the internet whoring like fucking Belle Delphine style. But we need the physical whores.
Yeah.
We need physical in world. I can do it to an extent, but it's just that I've been in the game so long that we need new meat. Is what I'm saying.
TJ's got the hours on him. Honestly,
I do.
like you see the lineup and you're like, this guy.
I guess.
If you just want a job done, you see TJ like, this will probably get me the best. But like,
He doesn't look like he's got hours on him until he
what
takes
the
his
fuck are
clothes
you
off.
talking about? Are you kidding me?
Until he takes his clothes
Look at
off.
the camera, guys. Anybody
And
who's
then
watching,
you see that he's got hours on him.
anybody.
If you just look at his face, it's just like, yeah, this is fresh meat. He takes his clothes off and it's like, damn, he's been around the block.
Oh, I didn't know. I think Ben just called me a trap, dude.
I did.
Ugh.
What are you gonna do? You gonna deny it? It's fucking true.
I guess so.
And Sam, what do you think about like getting into the market? As far as like cattle prices and whatever.
Sam's the fresh meat. He's the youngest one here.
Yeah, you're the fresh meat.
Yep.
How do you feel about making a lot of money and being?
Would you
know,
like to make even more money than you're making
Yeah.
now, which is no money?
Sure.
Okay, good.
That's verbal contract. You guys heard
So,
it. We
yep.
can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever he accepted.
He said sure.
Yep.
He said, "Sure, you.
Yep.
Hey, you guys heard it, guys.
You heard it here.
Hey, fucking, that's legal, fucking binding contract.
Boop.
Fucking
Yep.
idiot.
Cheers
Fucking
to that legal
retard.
binding.
Ah,
You
got
fucking
another
moron.
fucking
Boop.
idiot.
The dope.
Take
Yeah.
that, you
Contract.
fucking dope,
Dumbass.
fucking retard.
Fucking got him. That's how we got Sage. I don't know if
Fucking
everyone ever
idiot.
said that. When Sage was young, he's been working for us for years. But when Sage was young, we pulled the same fucking scam on
Fucking
him.
idiot.
He is in a lifetime of debt to us now because he just kept fucking up. And now it's just all.
The thing is, it's so fucking easy. Take
It
notes.
is.
Anybody who's trying to get into the industry as management, you say like, oh, we'll support you. Come on in, right? And you have them work for you for a few years, but then you're like, oh, by the way, all the services that we paid for outweighs the money you've made, so you owe us like $50,000, and
Yep.
they're kind of like infinitely in debt to you for
and
as
then
long
just
as you
keeps
feel
going.
like.
Just keeps going.
It
Yeah.
kind of just it's a
Dude.
pyramid scheme.
Yep.
Sage is so used up, like mind and body. He's just completely used up. Like if you ever look at him below the hip line, it's just like, oh my god, dude, what do you
Yeah.
fuck a cheese grater every night?
Yeah, I mean,
I
we started taking
wouldn't put it past Sage to fuck a cheese grater every
we
night.
started taking
Anything to feel anything at this point. That guy's so fucking dead inside.
we started taking in such little money from him as far as our main industry that I had to promote him, quotations you see on the camera, to editor. And I mean, he does have the degree that we paid for
Yeah.
from his services, but I paid him like I charged him 3 times the amount of like the actual tuition to put him through school. And then he's like, I can edit, it's like fucking, keep fucking click, fucking idiot, stupid fucking audio
Fucking
boy.
stupid fucking audio
Fag.
boy. You know what? I fucking Sage. If you're listening to this right now, you can just fucking blow.
You like that Modelo, Ben?
It's not bad. It's not as
Yeah.
not as good as the Guinness, but
You're
it's
gonna
nice.
come to church on Sunday.
Are you coming to church on Sunday?
Yeah. You missed temple. Are you gonna come to church at least?
I haven't come to church by choice since I was 18.
Would you mind saying come again?
Come.
Again. Okay,
Again,
would you mind
Could
saying come
could
again?
You say it closer. Go ahead.
Come.
Say I haven't come.
I haven't come since I was 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Get us at originalfeverdreampodcast@gmail.com. Thanks. Thanks, Ben. We really appreciate it.
Uh,
You're really handsome. You know that?
you know.
You look a little. All right. Whatever. Sam.
Hey, Mike. Can I just
What?
take Sam out back and like beat him again?
You can do whatever you want to
You're-
Sam. Why the fuck
what?
you guys?
You're ruining our product.
Can I just?
Hey, Sage, edit this out.
Hey, I'm gonna take him out back and then
All right, don't beat his beauty parts.
You ready to get fucking beaten, Sam?
Sure. Why are you guys beating?
Shut the fuck up,
You
dude.
done enough.
God, you're such a
Haven't you
bitch.
done enough?
Nope.
It's just a beating.
Haven't you done
It's just,
enough yet?
haven't you, like, I mean, I know you, like,
Please.
you have a dad, right? Like, your dad beats you, right?
No.
Like, you've cried like you've never been beaten before.
Yeah. You act like you haven't been taking a fucking beating every day, dude.
What the fuck?
Please don't.
Your mom doesn't even beat you? Like, your dad doesn't like, your
Yeah.
mom never, like, went and got, like, a fat fucking, like, spoon or something and just smacked you, like, in all the worst places? Like,
Yeah.
can you just take a fucking beating?
You
I
can't
Take
even,
it like a
have a
fucking
mom.
man.
can't
Just
even take a long John left hook.
So there's a new Toy Story movie coming out.
They
What do you
don't-
think? What do you guys think of the new Toy Story
What's
movie?
they're on, like, what,
I
6
saw
now?
it.
It's the 6th one, right?
It's 4. It's
Four?
the 4th one.
It looks good. I love.
It's fu-
I saw it. I saw the latest Toy Story movie.
Yeah? What
Yeah.
did you think?
I thought it was a good wrap up to the whole Toy Story franchise. There were some pretty bleak moments, but I thought it was pretty good in the end.
I mean, I remember in Toy Story 3 when you thought, you know, there was, like, the Toy Story, like, the toy orgy scene. That was pretty risque. Like, they were
Toy
really going
orgy
in, like,
scene.
a dark direction with that. And then I never saw the 4th one, but I heard it gets even crazier. Like, they just kind of established some really... Like, I remember seeing Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 in theaters as, like, a young kid. And, like, you know, we've had some pretty good stories on here about going and seeing Toy Story. I think I remember Mike going
The
and
scissors,
seeing
yeah.
Toy Story and getting some scissors, you know, for the fucking baby in the hammock.
Yeah.
But
oh my god.
I just when they take the things that I enjoyed as a child and then they, you know, twist them and make it so that it kind of like they speak to, like, the depression that I have now as an adult, and they're like, oh yeah, all those people who watched this shit as kids, now they're fucking living life as an adult, and that sucks, and they're just gonna be upset about it. So we'll just keep marketing to them by making it depressing.
Yeah. What do you think, Ben?
I think that's actually fairly accurate. They're working on the nostalgia factor of these kids who used to watch these things, and now they're adults, so the only way to intrigue them is by making it sad so they can actually feel something in their bleak lives.
I think that means a lot coming from such a handsome guy.
Yeah, I think it means more coming from a handsome guy
Yeah.
than coming from a fast food guy.
Man, I don't know what to feel about this.
Ben's just
What
got
am I
such
even-
nice tone and
He's
like
got-
his quads
he's
and
got,
his
you
like,
know,
arms.
His ass, it's real
What?
firm. His
My
fucking quads
have
firm.
arms. Did you say
Your,
my
your quads and your arms have tone.
I thought you said my quads have arms.
You know,
Everything about every muscle in his body is so well toned, just except for his triceps. Like,
Right.
for some reason, he just doesn't work on his tris.
Not
And
like
I mean-
Brian. Brian's got the triceps.
you really don't have to think too much.
Brian
Ben.
kinda
Like,
just
that's not
took
really your
your
part
triceps.
and everything. You know.
It's not. But you have a great body, except for your
Yeah.
triceps. Just work on your triceps, and you'd be like Adonis. You'd be like God.
Imagine like a guy at the beach like playing volleyball who's like the lead role in like a movie. It's
Yeah.
about beach volleyball. That's what
Yeah.
Ben looks like.
That's what Ben
You
looks
could
like.
probably see on the camera. But
Ben looks like pretty much
Yeah.
any given character
Yeah.
from fucking.
People are gonna be really disappointed when they figure out what I look like.
no, they won't. Are you kidding me?
What's that
They
old
know what you look
lifeguard show?
Baywatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Baywatch.
watch Baywatch and
You
look at
can't
any character, and it's Ben.
You can't compare me to those guys.
Any episode of. All right, cool. Mike's gone.
Yeah. Last time Mike left, me and Brian talked about all the times that we walked in on Mike while he was in the bathroom.
Oh, so much shit, dude.
Dude, it was really fucking funny, and he came back and he was super mad because I think he was onto us on what we were talking about.
Dude,
I gave specifics like how he was taking a dump, and I walked in and his hands were like in fists and his elbows were back behind his body.
going full blast mode, dude.
I don't even know if he saw me. Like, I opened the door in like a weird swishing motion where it didn't make any noise.
Dude, did I ever tell you about the time when I opened the bathroom door and Mike was banging 2 chicks at once at a party?
No, I never heard
There
that
was one girl vomiting in a toilet that he was like fingering, and then another girl that he was like banging over the sink, and she was vomiting also into the sink. But his dick was in the second girl. and just his fingers were in the girl that was vomiting into the toilet.
Damn, Mike did this.
Dude,
That's fucking savage.
It was
Mike.
so I'm like tripping balls, right? Like I'm on so many illegal drugs. Walking through the gnarliest party you've ever seen. We literally some dude had just gotten like fucking arrested for like jerking it so hard that he ripped his dick off. Like, but then the party still went. Like the cops realized that they couldn't stop this party, that it wouldn't be able to stop. So they're like, we just have to let it die out. But the energy kind of just kept it going. So I'm going through this party, right? Late night, like it's still raging, and then I'm just like, I need to take a wicked piss. It like burns. I have to take a piss so bad. So I'm fucking going over, and then I just like open up the door. I don't know why Mike didn't fucking lock the door, but he's just going at it with two chicks. One chick, like I said, he's just like fingering her, and she's over the toilet just like puking, and he's got like three in the vagina and like one in the ass. And then the other chick.
Wait, 3 in the vagina? Does he have 4 dicks?
No. That's what I'm saying. He's just fingering this girl, but he's using his whole hand. But then the other girl was vomiting in the sink. No. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna make any judgments there. Like, you know, if you want to have your crazy fucking kinky vomit sex, you can have
What the
that.
fuck
Whatever.
are you talking about that I did?
Kinky
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are you guys talking about?
It was just
We're
like the
talking about
story
what you
about a
did.
party.
I fucking take a piss for fucking 25 seconds. You guys just fucking rip into. What did I do?
Well, you had some kinky vomit sex.
Okay.
We know
It's
that
fine.
much.
It's fine. It's
Alright,
not a big deal. No
whatever.
one's judging you.
I'm judging you, but who cares?
Do you think I can slam this whole thing in like one gulp?
One gulp?
Not one gulp.
Sorry, like one just fucking chug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could do it.
I don't doubt
I
it.
mean, it's not impressive. Then, do you think I still think I should do it or what?
Sam, do you think he could do it?
Yeah, I think.
Shut up. All right. What? But do you think he could?
I mean, it's only 16 fluid ounces.
Look how many fucking of these. Look how many of these I've had, dude. Honestly.
No, most of those were me.
No.
Oh, there are only 12 fluid
Dude,
ounces.
I did like.
You had one of
There's
those.
like 12 here. There's
I
like
had
12
one.
here, and I had like 11.
I'm still like fucking 8 deep.
No, that math doesn't line up. Mike, that math doesn't line up.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing the chug.
God damn it.
Oh, his head is tilting back further, and the can's tilting back further. And did he do it? I can't tell.
Oh my God, he
He
did
did it. Oh my God.
Confirmed Mike
He
did it.
really quick,
He
too.
real. That was,
That was
fast.
pretty good.
Jesus fucking Christ.
fucking pussies.
He's a little fucked up right
Oh,
now,
fuck.
but he's a little bit fucked up right now. But he did it. He did it faster than I thought he would.
Hand me another, you fucking pussies.
Hand me
I'm
one,
giving him
too.
another one.
I
Real
finished-
quick,
I
honestly, no Schweppes to the fucking viewers.
I want one too. I
Do you guys enjoy how like
Sweet.
one episode's like chill, another episode's like jokey joke, bitty. The next episode's like kind of sauce, and then one episode's like real, like everybody's real fucked up.
And then one episode is like, it's just fucking, just an ass getting fucking slammed.
Wait.
Do you guys like do you like the kind of theme of like, you know, every season there's like a fucking stretch of themes, and one of them's fucking. This is the sauce episode. Honestly, this is a fucking sauce episode.
I just think it's funny that we're on like the 5th season, but I think listeners will like, it's kind of only the,
What?
I don't know, just like the fucking, the shit that we had to go through to get to where we're at, you know? I've
Right.
just been thinking about it and just like what a
Yeah.
journey it's been.
Let us know what you guys think. Comment. Email us at originalfeverdreampodcast gmail.com.
So, has there ever been a girl on this podcast at all?
Yeah. Mark's girlfriend came on once.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Chris, yeah, you know, it's a good podcast.
Fair enough.
It was me, I want to say Graham. This is serious. No Schweppes. Me, JJ, Graham, maybe Sage. It was like 5 people and her.
Did she say much? She seems kind of a little bit shy.
I made bits to instigate her like into the fucking conversation.
Okay, fair.
It's funny though, but yeah. And I'm working on getting a few more fucking, a female voice into the podcast, but it should be fun. Honestly, I've got a couple fucking leads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? You think this is just a fucking macho, fucking dumb, fucking guys on the fucking?
Hey guys, I have a dick.
I wear tap out fucking t-shirts.
I wear tap out t-shirts
I love
and
the
sunglasses
UFC. Oh, man.
and gym shorts.
Look how far I can come.
Oh.
Is that what you think this fucking show is?
So we think this is.
Well,
Why'd you fucking ask that?
Why would you just say that? Why don't you have anything to say about it?
hold on. Jeez, you keep.
Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Say it!
Say it.
Say
Yell at
it!
TJ or fucking Sam. Yell at him. Yell at fucking
Sam, yell at him.
Yell at him.
Ben, I think
Stop! Don't yell at him.
Fucking idiot.
God
Don't say anything,
fucking
you
damn it,
fucking
you
retard.
fucking dumb fucking retard.
What do you think, Ben?
Well, I was gonna say, even if you haven't had a female on here, you've had Chase.
Chase isn't female. He's just kind of like a fucking. I don't know. Calling Chase female is an insult to females. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
He's a lower gender.
Yeah, like if there's like 64 genders, Sage is the weakest. Or sorry, Chase is the weakest one, dude.
Chase, well, like whatever the weakest gender is, that's Chase.
If
Like
there's,
we're
like,
not
fucking-
trying to like discriminate against genders,
Sorry.
but let's make a new one for Chase, and it's the weakest. We can all
This-
unite against him.
This isn't really a political or a social fucking podcast. Honestly, it really isn't. But if there's like 12,000 fucking genders, Chase is the fucking weakest one.
He's the weakest one. Like if the 12,000 genders were having an anime battle and they were trying to figure out who had the strongest powers and the worst powers, Chase would just
Yeah.
have the worst power. Everyone would beat him.
Like if this was one,
But it would just be everyone against him.
if this was One Punch Man, Sage would be king.
Sage is king, but then
Or sorry,
who's
no,
Chase?
I keep fucking saying Sage. It's Chase. Chase would be king.
Okay, well
Like
then
he's
who's
ranked
Sage
as like
be?
the strongest human, but he's like Gingo. Gingo's the strongest. You know, he's the weak, but he's really the weakest one. It's just a fucking ruse. It's just
a
by
ruse.
chance. Yeah,
Everyone thinks
I love that bit, by the way.
so good.
Yeah.
So
You know
I
how-
love One Punch Man.
You know how Chase always goes for low-hanging fruit?
Go ahead, do the bit, Ben.
The low-hanging fruit Chase bit?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, once upon a time,
Well,
Oh,
our friend
well.
Brian had a girlfriend named Erin.
okay.
And
It goes deeper than that. It's like just
it goes a little deeper, but that's almost where it starts. And Brian left for Nashville. And Erin was alone. She was low-hanging fruit. Chase swooped in and collected the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. There's women like Chase. Chase has been known to date like younger women. This is back then. This isn't so much now. But imagine your buddy's like 17 or 18. He's dating like a fucking 16-year-old, right? This is what we know in the industry as. Go ahead, do it. Ben.
Low-hanging fruit.
Do the voice. Do the whole thing.
The voice, the whole thing.
This is what we know in the industry as.
In the industry, we call this low-hanging fruit.
So yeah, I mean, this is kind of what this was like a theme back then. I mean, I don't know so
Yeah.
much now, but
Chase isn't a bad guy, but...
yeah, he just fucks a lot now, for money. But
Oh, TJ has an opinion about Chase not being a bad guy.
what do you think, TJ?
I think Chase can, he can suck a mean dick, and he can really, I just remember that one time when he was like getting pegged.
That's like
I
his
was
thing.
just about to bring that up, dude.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
fucking this girl Erin used to date our friend Brian, and she tried to put a finger in his ass once.
And that just sparked
Chase-
that sparked like a new kind of I don't know. It sparked something in Chase, and
So
then
Chase
he just
dated the same girl, and he dated her for quite a while. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Erin might have pegged Chase.
No, it's not we all saw the video, dude.
Do you think Chase was pegged?
I saw the video.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. There's video proof and evidence that Chase was pegged several times.
Here's the thing: Chase doesn't really listen to my podcast, but because he's like a bad friend, right?
Because he's like a bad friend and a
Yeah.
bad guy.
But so like we'll just fucking rip him a fucking new asshole every episode, and he can
Like
suck my
Aaron
dick.
ripped him a new
Chase,
asshole every
Chase,
fucking night.
Suck my dick and fucking suck everyone's dick and fucking it's
Hey,
take it up
Sage,
the ass.
Sage, don't edit this out. I
Yeah.
know that before you've edited the fucking riffs out, but if
Yeah.
you could just not edit out that I think that you and Chase just peg each other all fucking night, and then you fucking...
Exactly.
So no Schweppes.
No
Okay.
Schweppes.
Okay, no Schweppes, no Schweppes. Safe
I
word.
think at the very least, someone offered to peg Chase, and at the very least, he at least thought about it. What happened afterwards, I can't confirm, but I think at the very least, that is what happened.
Ben, I thought you were there.
What do you think, Sam?
What's pegging?
Do you really not know? Is this a joke or
Do
do you
you
not know?
do you need us to explain it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, TJ.
TJ.
So pegging is when you've been worn down so much. You've had so much vanilla sex that you really can't get it up anymore unless like so you've had a girlfriend before, right? Do you know what girls are? You know how they have like a vagina, not a dick?
He's talking to you, Sam.
I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Okay, whatever. Fucking imagine that you've had a girlfriend before.
Fucking idiot.
Imagine that you've had that, and like imagine that you know what girls work, like how girls work, and like how they have a vagina and not a dick. Okay, so imagine that you understand that, and then imagine that you've had a relationship with a girl for so long that the only way that you can get it up is if she gets a fake dick and then puts that fake dick up your ass.
Imagine.
Imagine that you
Put
can
that- put that
understand
into your
that.
thoughts.
Imagine that you can understand that concept, and then
So,
that's
do you know
a
what-
little bit of like what Chase's experience is like.
Sam's kind of simple. Do you know what a fucking an imagination is?
yeah.
Do you know what an imagination is? Do you know what it's like to like think and not like just have
Yeah.
consumer material blasted straight into your brain? Do you know what
So,
it's like to like imagine
something-
things?
Yeah.
So
I-
something happened
alright.
to you in the past, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got groceries the other day. So that thought of the past is called a memory.
A memory.
And when you recall it, it is a thought.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're kind of thinking that in the future, it's not completely real. It's just an image.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
like a
can
what if.
apply that. You can apply that to kind of the fictitious or just a theoretical way
Yeah,
of
the
thinking.
theoretical realm.
So that would be called imagination.
That would be called having an imagination,
Right.
and not being a stupid, dumb idiot.
So that plus like imagine something in your ass. I guess.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
imagine getting something in your ass.
Imagine thinking.
Imagine having a thought,
Imagine having.
and then imagine that thought is that you could possibly have a girlfriend, and that you've had. Yeah.
So we're gonna put you on mic, right? So go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
Okay, and now, so get a thought in your mind, like maybe you walked to the clinic the other day, maybe you had the teachers hold you down after having an episode,
Yeah.
right?
Jesus.
That happened to you. Now think of that happening, and now replace that with a theoretical thought of being pegged with some kind of object in your asshole.
A penis-like
It didn't
object
happen.
in your ass. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But just imagine that as a theoretical thought.
Yeah. Imagine the feeling.
And take your time, buddy. Go ahead.
I think you.
Just
I
go
think-
ahead. Imagine.
I
think of
think
it.
you can do it.
Go ahead, buddy.
You just try.
Well, that was the correct response.
Go ahead.
was
Go
way
ahead,
too
buddy.
loud,
Keep thinking.
dude. That was way
Go ahead.
too
Keep thinking.
Keep thinking about it. You could
Keep thinking, buddy. Go ahead. Keep
think
thinking.
about it. Think about it. Think about it. You can. I believe in you.
Go ahead.
I
Just-
believe
buddy,
in you.
just go ahead. Take it
I
easy.
believe
take
in
your
you.
time.
You can do it. Did you?
It's almost like he actually got pegged.
Yeah, I
That was like he actually
did
got
he
pegged.
do it?
I feel like he got pegged there.
I feel like he was just thinking about like Super Mario Bros. Or something.
Yeah, dude.
There's no way he fucking followed that, dude. There's no fucking way.
Super Mario Bros.
There's no way, dude.
He was thinking about Super Mario
He was
Bros?
thinking about fucking Fortnite dancing. And
He's thinking about
fucking-
Fortnite dancing,
Fortnite
dude.
dancing. No, dude, that was a man getting fucking railed in the ass by a fucking dildo. That's what it sounded like.
It sounded painful, dude. It sounded so fucking.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's passed out now.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
At least he's
Shout
learned.
out, Lost and OST fucking guitar covers. Thanks.
Shout out girls who peg.
Shout out, fucking Auschwitz.
Shout out TJ's neck and how I'm gonna ring it later.
Shout out Auschwitz Twisted Tea. The tea that gets you
Shout
so
out
fucked up.
the part of JFK's head that blew off and
feel
landed
like
on
you're
the
in
back of the
Auschwitz.
Oh
plane.
my god, dude.
Shout
Are you
out.
fucking kidding me right now?
Shout out. Shout out the fucking 9/11 hentai girls that were fucking each other with the airplane that created Ground Zero.
Fucking
Shout out the
Who
fucking
gives a fuck,
the
dude?
head that Ted Bundy burned in his girlfriend's apartment.
Shout out to all of the fucking people who.
Shout out to H.H. Holmes and the hotel that he ran in order to suffice his needs for bloodlust.
Shout out J.K. Rowling.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Fuck J.K.
you,
Rowling. Fucking bitch.
Fuck her, dude. Fucking cunt.
J.K. Rowling can take
guys.
every fucking dick in this fucking room into her fucking left ear.
Cunt. Fucking hate J.K. Rowling.
Drink some of that Modelo.
Stupid cunt.
Drink some of that.
TJ, how are you feeling,
Drink-
TJ?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Go ahead, fucking take a couple more. Go ahead, see that rose. Go
Yeah.
ahead, fucking.
I gotta finish the fucking Auschwitz tea.
Go ahead, fucking drink that.
Alright.
Ice fucking just.
Fucking cunt.
Hey, Ben.
Better off in pieces.
So this is a regular. This is a regular bit that we. A regular.
Yeah.
Regular. This is a regular segment that we have on the podcast.
Alright.
It's called the "Listen to Me, Drink This Tea, and
be quiet.
be quiet" segment. Okay? Can you
Okay. So far you're just drinking.
Ben.
So Ben, this segment is the "Listen to Me Drink Tea and Be Quiet" segment. The "Listen to TJ Drink Tea, Ben Be Quiet"
Well, it won't be too hard. You've only
and
got a
Ben
little
Be
left.
Quiet segment.
Alright, I'll be quiet, but you've only got a little left, really.
It's my segment. This segment's my segment. This segment's my segment. I do the segment, and you be quiet while I'm doing this. While I'm doing this segment, be quiet. Be quiet while I'm doing. Be quiet while I'm doing this. While I'm doing this segment. Alright. That's the segment.
If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, medical advice, legal advice, anything like that, feedback, leave a comment, subscribe, like, and email us at originalfeverdreampodcast@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Sam, what do you think of all this?
Man, whatever happened to Bionicles?
That's
Wonderful question.
I fucking thank you, Sam.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
first of all, they're overrated.
Fuck.
Oh! Okay, what the fuck? I can't even fucking believe
What words just came out of your mouth?
I know you fucking shit. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna kill you, myself,
Say psych right now.
everybody.
I'm gonna kill myself.
They're a third-rate toy.
What the?
God!
Oh my god!
I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm gonna kill you! Alright, Mike, stop me. I'm grabbing this rosé. I'm gonna smack it over. I'm gonna smack it over his head.
now.
I'm smacking
TJ,
it straight over his
Don't kill
head.
yourself with that rosé. TJ, don't fucking kill yourself with that rosé.
Man, they were popular for like 15 minutes 15 years ago.
Ben, I'm gonna need you to stop talking
Alright.
right now.
Alright.
Before
All
I-
right, let's hear it. I'll hear you out. Prove me wrong.
It's time for Ben to get educated.
Shut the fuck up, TJ.
Educate me then.
Mask
Prove
of
me wrong.
Light, fucking 2003. Fucking
2003.
pussy.
Amazing film. Fucking
Fucking retard.
fucking retard. Did you know that the Bionicle movie is actually like is one of the most fucking profitable direct-to-DVD movies that has ever been created?
Stupid.
You stupid fucking idiot.
Maybe at the time, but not
No. Now it still holds the record.
I highly
Look
doubt
it up. No, no.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick. Okay, so Bionicle it
kidding
came out
me?
in 2001.
Wait. Did you really? Schweppes aside.
Schweppes aside.
Did you really not like Bionicle when it was new? You were a kid. You were probably in like
Yeah.
middle school, elementary
you know,
school.
I was in like an elementary school or junior high when it came out.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and you know, I was so engrossed in Pokemon that I just didn't give a damn, and it
So
just looked cheesy to
It's
me.
interesting that you
Okay.
mentioned that because Bionicle was created specifically to combat Pokemon's popularity because Lego was going out of business at the time in the early 2000s. Did you know that?
No. I
And
didn't.
so when Legos were around at that time, their whole kind of thing was that they were like, we want people to be able to create their own stories or whatever, but things like Pokemon that had this really cool lore and these diverse, like, well-written stories were becoming super popular in that time. So they decided that they needed to have a toy line that followed a dynamic story, and then it kind of switched around. I don't know if you guys remember the Bionicle comics, which the original ones, written by Greg Farshtey and illustrated by the fucking dude who illustrated Batman comics. Dude, some good shit. That shit was coming out in the early 2000s. And you had like this like dynamic story that came along with these like toys that were like modifiable and super cool because it was like a Lego, and then fucking, you know, robots are cool and fucking, you know, you just like get they were the robot toys that you could put together and they were cool. Bionicle is cool. So go fuck yourself.
I honestly, I was in elementary school when Bionicles got like really popular. It was probably like
Yeah.
second or third grade, and so they had the originals that were just like light, like humanoid characters,
Mhm.
just made of whatever the Lego type the fucking pieces, right?
Yeah.
The movie came out, Mask of Light, the toys came out, and then after that they had like these these weird like, you know, the fucking shield droids from fucking Star Wars that put up the fucking big blue shields?
Yeah.
They seriously had Bionicle characters that were just kind of, I guess that at that point it was like a copy of those.
They were
Those are
called
cool.
the Borok, dude. I remember those.
Those now are like really expensive.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's
All
weird.
those original Gen 1 fucking Bionicles are so expensive.
But I remember like day one those came out and the rich kids had them at fucking elementary school.
Yep.
I thought they were so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. Everyone
This
thought
is
they
like-
were cool.
This is like deep memory of
Yep.
me. Honestly, like I remember fucking seeing these. These were so cool at the
It
time.
was like a status thing. Like
Yeah.
if you, the cooler the Bionicles you had, the
Yeah.
cooler you were.
right, and they just had different. Like one was ice, one was fire, one was fucking earth. They just had like 4 or 5 different fucking types of these. I remember it being like the coolest fucking thing when I was a kid. And the kids that had to stay after school, like the buses left. I lived in the mountains. The buses left, and there were some kids that had to wait for the parents to get off work to
Yeah.
pick them up
Yeah.
because their houses were
I
so
was also
far out.
one of these kids.
Their houses were so far out in the fucking, I was in the mountains, the wilderness, honestly, that like the buses don't go that far. Our parents gotta fucking pick us up. Right, it was like the Bronx.
Yeah, dude.
And I waited outside of the school. School ended like 2 or 3 o'clock, and I had to wait till like 4 or 5 o'clock with these kids, and
Yep.
everybody had Bionicle toys.
Yep.
So you just fucking look at these toys and talk about Bionicles, and it was like all the fucking older kids, because I was probably the youngest at that time, had all these cool fucking things because my family was poor. And fucking it was like fucking higher than like Pokemon and stuff. I remember playing Pokemon games with kids who had Game Boys and shit, but like Bionicle was like the fucking number one at that specific point.
For us, it was like Bionicle and Yu-Gi-Oh, but then like
Yu-Gi-Oh was
Pokemon
cool.
still. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can fucking relate to this. This is like a really specific age range.
It really is.
To still know Pokemon, to have Yu-Gi-Oh be popular, and then all the way through fucking more sirens. We've had a lot of fucking police sirens.
There's a lot of crime going on in the fucking immediate area.
Yeah.
It's kind of hilarious, but a little bit scary. Like,
we live in a sketchy neighborhood.
you're locking your car whenever. Like, I know when I'm coming into the studio to do fucking podcasts, I'm like, I better lock my car because,
Yeah.
you know, my hubcaps are all gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's for sure. If I hadn't locked my car, my other shit would be gone.
You know, Ben's got a fat piece on him. You can't
He's
really
got a
walk
real
up.
fat schlong on him.
You can't walk up to the house with any like shiny material on you. People see it in the fucking, you know, the glimmer of the fucking street lights. They'll be like, oh, you know, that's probably a fucking gun or some jewelry. You know, they'll fucking take it from you. Ben's got a fat piece on him, and like,
Yeah.
you'll get robbed. Like, you'll
Real
get
fat
robbed
piece.
coming up to the fucking house if you really bring anything too expensive. You gotta just wear like a fucking gray hoodie.
Yeah.
Can't wear any fucking vibrant colors, or else someone
Yeah.
will see you.
They'll
You'll get-
notice. They'll be like,
Hey
not
man,
from
hey
here.
man, what you doing? Hey buddy, let me talk to you. And if they get too
come
close,
over here. Come over here. Whing.
boom, boom.
Da-ding.
Ben's got a fat piece on him.
Ben's got a fat dick on him, dude.
And it's like, you know, that's just the kind of neighborhood we live in.
Yep. It's sketchy. It's whack. Ben's got a fat piece on him.
Yeah,
It's
it's like, what's
hard
the
to
big deal?
fucking walk from literally where I parked my car to the entrance to the
Yeah.
studio.
Shout out Cialis.
Yeah.
Shout out fucking For Him. Shout out fucking Rhino pills. Shout out Kangaroo. Shout out fucking all these pills. You know, if you fucking need to fucking have a little pep, it's not about fucking performance. It's about being a fucking savage.
It's about being a fucking savage.
If you want the kind of energy Ben has, you know, just take these fucking pills. You'll be good.
If you want 3 times the energy that Ben has, take
Go ahead,
these
take
pills.
these. Thanks, guys. What do you think, Sam? Why don't you say more than that, dude?
Yeah, dude, I think
Fucking
that you
idiot.
should, like, actually... It's like you're supposed to be contributing to the fucking podcast, man. You're supposed to be adding the fucking, you know, Gen Z narrative. You're supposed to be adding this fucking younger narrative, and you just can't. You don't offer anything.
Fucking idiot.
You don't say anything. You're just sitting there. You just hit your fucking vape. I get that you're tired after recording hundreds of fucking episodes, but it's like, we gave you energy drinks, we gave you the caffeine, we gave you the just fucking say something. Just fucking say anything. Just say something. 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 Just say something.
You know, if you actually take a look in this contract that you made me sign, it says that I have to provide content,
Fucking retard.
but not quality
Fucking
content.
dumb.
You fucking
You
dumb
guys
fuck.
didn't even
Fucking
read your own
bitch.
Fucking
contract.
retard.
I have to provide content.
I read the major point. I
seasons.
I read the major.
But I don't have to make it quality
Points.
content, okay?
Out of all the trends in the 2000s, Bionicle lasted the least longest and was the least strongest. And the only thing that compelled people to
I disagree.
participate was the toy
Ben,
brand.
Ben, Bionicle
The only
lasted from.
thing-
Wait. Everybody, be quiet.
The only thing.
No, Ben.
Shut up.
All right, Ben, go ahead. Ben,
Was
why don't you just go ahead and tell us about old wooden ships?
old wooden ships.
Old wooden ships.
The Bionicle toy.
Old wooden ships.
Go ahead, tell us about old wooden.
Ben, come on.
I'll tell you about
and
old
tell us
wooden ships.
about old
Go ahead,
wooden
Ben.
Old wooden ships. First of all, the Bionicle toy
You can
brand.
put
Ben,
I'll give it a B.
Ben,
I'll give it a B
Bionicle.
plus. But old wooden ships. The craftsmanship was at its peak. You know, these new steel ships. They're kind of ruining our country. We need to go back to the wood.
What's the song? You used to sing a song.
Yeah, sing this song for us. Go ahead.
Old
Please,
wooden
sing this song
ships.
for us.
The craftsmanship is at its peak. But new steel ships, they're ruining our country. Buy from Abernathy Wooden Ship and Emporium. The craftsmanship is swell. And you won't go to hell for buying a fucking steel ship, you fucking Nazi.
Oh.
You fucking communists.
Goddamn communists. Socialists.
Thank you guys. Go ahead and go sponsorship. Go ahead, buy Abernathy's old wooden ships.
Abernathy's old wooden ships.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Yeah.
it's like a ship, but it's old and wooden and it's quality. And like Ben said, you know, you just can't beat that old wood.
There's a difference.
can't.
You can feel that, you know, when you buy something, it's just
Really can't.
that fucking mass fucking printed fucking assembly line. You know, maybe you got a
Real,
razor.
yeah.
Maybe you got a fucking you know, some old whiskey, right?
Maybe you
There's
got a full set of like 12 fucking different size dildos.
You know,
like it's
an old
just
gun. Maybe you have an old fucking Winchester versus
Yeah.
fucking a fucking surplus, you know, Keltec, right? This is what we're getting at with old wooden ships, right? The craftsmanship, the artistry,
quality.
the quality.
It's there.
Go buy Abernathy old wooden ships. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Sam?
Thank you, Abernathy Old Wooden Ships. We really appreciate your business.
Wooden ships
Way to ruin the fucking
and
ad.
Emporium.
God, way to ruin the ad. Remember? Do you remember how we were like talking about like how you got it? It's like the podcast. Like you got to do the podcast. Whoa! It's like the podcast. The podcast. Zoom, 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 zoom.
I'm gonna be in the quad later. You wanna go in the quad?
Like you got to do the podcast.
Fucking idiot.
Like, remember how we were talking about that? How we had that discussion? How we sat you down and we were like, yo, remember how we didn't kill you the first time? We might kill you again and then bring you back with fucking science. So, you gotta do the podcast, man. You.
Go ahead.
What do you have to say?
Thank you, Abernathy's Old Wooden Ships. We really
Sounded exactly the fucking same. Sounded the same. Ben, can you do it? Ben, can you do it?
What?
What do you need me to do?
Can you do it?
I do it.
Ben, can you do it?
Can you give me
Ben,
context?
Ben, can you do it?
Ben, can you please do it?
Ben, can you do it?
I don't know.
I want you to do it.
I'm not sure I know you well enough to do it.
Ben,
Ben,
please just do it, man.
Please just say Ben, please
All
just
right.
do it,
All
man.
right, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it, I guess. All right. I don't know. I don't know where your G spots are. Alright, I'm assuming TJ's G spot is right below the ball sack. He seems like that kind of guy. Mike's definitely the asshole. Just all asshole. Sam's too young to have a G spot, but he's probably tip of penis. I don't have enough.
My
hands.
G spot's in my belly button, actually, weirdly enough. Like, it grew in wrong. You know how that works? Like, when
Yeah.
your G spot's, like, when you hit puberty and your
Yeah.
G spot grows in. Mine grew into my belly button.
Yeah.
It's like, 0.03% of the population has this problem.
Would you mind doing it, Ben? Would you mind please doing that?
Could you do that, please?
Would you mind doing that, Ben?
Rubbing TJ's belly
No,
button.
No.
all of it.
Just, could you do that? Like, what you were doing before? Not that, though. But, like, what you were doing before that.
Yeah.
What I was doing before that.
Would you mind, Ben?
Yeah, could
Before
you,
that,
could,
I
would
was
you mind,
just
would
Would you please do that?
sitting here
could you do that?
reflecting on things that I should have done
No,
that I didn't
no,
do.
no, not that, not
The
that,
other-
not that.
You mind doing that?
Can you do the other thing?
Would you mind
All
doing
right.
that fucking thing?
If you want me to.
Go
You're
ahead.
not gonna like it.
I think you're wrong about that.
don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna like it.
Good.
I don't know if the audience is gonna like it, but I'm gonna enjoy it thoroughly. Oh!
All right. You sure you're gonna want it?
Oh fuck, Ben, please.
Dude. All right, Ben. I'll pay you $5 more. I'll pay you $20 more.
20?
20.
Oh god, dude. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh god, dude. Oh fuck.
This is what happens. This is what happens, dude. We gave Ben too much. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Jesus Christ.
All right, you asked.
Holy shit. I'm glad I wasn't over there.
Fuck, dude. Oh shit.
That was a lot. Oh, Jesus.
You know. You know. That's That's what our fucking that's what the customers pay for.
That's what the customers pay for.
Well, I'm not getting paid, that's for sure.
So Ben, you get your payment, but if you just want to, you need fucking money.
Oh, dude, I actually cut my knuckle.
Thanks, guys. This has been the Fever Dream Podcast. Have a nice day, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
The craftsmanship was at its peak, you know. I haven't come since I was 18. Can't even take a long John left hook. We need to go back to the wood.